Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to your second reading of the day. If you're interested in the first one, go ahead and watch it. They're both linked together, but they're standalone, so there's no need for you to watch it, but if that interests you, I'm here. So is the channel. Just subscribe, hit the notification. You'll always be notified of both readings. Alright, so the second card we're going to be looking at is Celebrate Your Wins, number 49, which comes down to 4, which is great. It's like the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands did make a showing this morning with this card of Loyal Heart, and this was this morning's reading. So, it's almost like they were showing the hard times that you've gone through and how that's helped you move forward and move ahead. Now, Pisces, Spirit wants you to know that it's time for you to celebrate yourself and celebrate how far you've come. You've earned a few golden stars that you haven't given yourself enough credit for. And it's time to indulge in some serious self-praise, with some celebration involved. Okay? Go all out. Look for the wins you've had and focus on everything you've accomplished. Write it down. See the progress you've made, because you've come a long way, baby. This is what it says in here, okay? It's far too easy to ruminate on what's not working or what hadn't been working. And as a result, some of your amazing work gets shrugged off, downplayed, or downright missed. Are you able to see the tremendous strides you've taken? It's okay to boast and flaunt a little. Sometimes you need to. How easily can you communicate your triumphs to others? Do you invite them to partake in your celebration? This card isn't suggesting a fugly, pushy, salesy, look-at-me kind of cock-a-doodle-doo. It's talking about honesty and enthusiastically sharing your wins in order to energetically bring you more of the same. Take a big breath in and gracefully and authentically accept the fact that you're on the right track and ready to rock. Okay? So, remember, you're fantastic. You have to remember just how far you have come and everything that you've accomplished. Okay? So today is generally the day of block. That's where I look at how maybe we have downplayed, dismissed something that's important. And in this case, they're saying you haven't celebrated yourself enough. You haven't looked at how far you've come and all the things that you've accomplished so far. So I'm going to take from the healing mantra. Dispelling sadness. Ah, love this. Look at this. And it says, I will feel better once I get the rest I need. Yeah. I was actually thinking of the Four of Swords while I was doing this. It was coming in again. And the Four of Swords comes in. Sometimes, you need to give, the way you can celebrate yourself is to have a break, to take a break. Okay? And some of us also like to tell ourselves this as well. As soon as I can rest a bit, I'll feel a lot better. And it's not a delusion. I won't say that as strongly as, some people going, don't delude yourself. The problems will still be there when you wake up. But sometimes truly just taking a minute to regroup, to have, to rest a little bit, is fantastic. Okay? Dispelling sadness. Nine, material harvest. So they're just pointing out that you are definitely on the right path. Okay? You're on the right path. We had the 9 this morning as well. I'm sorry, Pisces. I know I'm quiet. I'm honing into the signals. I was going to say the bat signal. That's not it. The spirit signal. I've enjoyed greatly using the location tarot this week. I hope you've enjoyed this deck too. I really love it. Makes you see things in a whole different way. I love cards and tools to do that. Okay, this is obviously the moon card. Yeah. And they're just talking about what I was just talking about this deck, is that it's not an illusion, but it's a different way of seeing things. In other words, I always say that the moon is a reflection of the sun. Some people say that's an illusion, but it still has its own light. So it's just a different way of reading the cards, okay? So let's see here. All right. So this morning I said the Four of Pentacles didn't come in. This is it, right here, okay? The Four of Pentacles, sitting on the slab, trying to hold everything in place, okay? I feel that you have in your life probably done a lot of that, trying to control, not getting hurt, making sure there's not too much happening. What is this? This is the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's been slow moving for a lot of reasons. Yeah. There's the King of... I love this because then you get to see the designs in the chair in the back. Okay? Look at all of that. Look at all those butterflies. And angels at the bottom of that beautiful chair. Okay? So, this King of Swords make you feel a lot about the mind, but the mind taking flight. It's showing the mastery of the King of Swords in this deck. I'm going to pull the other two cards. The Ace of Cups. And a Queen of Wands. Another beautiful chair. What I've noticed is all of these seated positions. Okay? The first thing that comes. You've really mastered from this little seat that controlled all these little Four Pentacles to these big lavish seats that have intricate designs and beautiful symbolism behind it. The masculine and the feminine, such as this card showed this morning, the male owl, female owl, and in the middle, the Ace of Cups, showing fresh starts, the spiritual growth that's come in, everything that you have brought in, okay? And that's exactly what they're talking about here, okay? I will feel better once I get the rest I need and dispelling the sadness, and then the material harvest. The hard work, the Nine of Pentacles showing up here. They're reminding you that the work that you do, it's meant to be celebrated. Even the hard times are meant to be celebrated. Everything that you've accomplished so far has brought you this far. Okay? You're working in between in the heart zone with the beautiful Queen of Wands, who's bringing you inspiration and who is beautiful and confident and optimistic and inspiring. And then you have the male of the masculine with the King of Swords that's like objective and assertive and a mastermind, very intelligent. So, and taking flight with all of these beautiful ideas. So you have the fire with the flight. So you're putting wind to fire, so it's catching, which is good, unless it burns you down. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about you fanning the flames of love and not being so controlled and small. It was a lot about being small. You're not being small anymore. Look at these lavish chairs. Okay. So, since the card is celebrate your wins, they're saying celebrate the fact that you're not here anymore, that you're here. I could have called this one this morning. Call that. Okay, so this one is the Two of Wands. And this one is the Four of Wands again. Okay? And I like that these are extra cards in the deck. This, of course, is the Taj Mahal. This is the Great Wall of China. The Two of Wands, the Four of Wands. And this is the Strength card. There's a lot of sunshine at the heart of you here, okay? Taj Mahal was something built out of love. So this beautiful Four of Wands that keeps showing up, the four, time to celebrate. You're celebrating love. You're seeing so far ahead. I mean, this wall is so long. There's a vastness of it. There's always going to be something to contemplate, to look at. There's always going to be more world to look at, more things to do. Okay? So remember that it's time to celebrate, to take a moment and celebrate the little moments, because if you wait for the big moments, that can be never ending. Okay? There'll always be a next thing, and if you don't give yourself the time once you reach goal, you're just going to be going on to the next thing and the next thing. It's going to leave you falling. It's going to leave you, it's going to fall short in your energy center if you don't take the time to truly celebrate everything. The Strength card here is to celebrate the beauty, the strength within you. Everything that you've done. Like I said this morning, all those emotions, you could have given up and you did not. You did not. You stayed strong. You had courage. You had a brave heart, and you trusted that things would change, that you would learn, that things would happen to steer you in the right direction. And they have. You've steered yourself in the right direction. It's gorgeous. Okay, so let's take the last three cards. The Three of Pentacles. That one's kind of obvious. Ooh. The Hermit. Look at this, how beautiful this one is. And this one is the Seven of Cups. Okay. Alright, so you have the Hermit card. The vastness of the universe is the first thing that comes in through this card. That even in the coldness of this landscape, which we had this morning in spades, we had a lot of cold cards. I felt the snow. In that, I was talking about there's the magic. And there it is. It's right here. Okay? The magic is that's when you tap in to that. A lot of people say that when you are feeling your lowest is when you are alone. You're never alone. That's the first misconception, okay? The thing is that the communication is not always being received clearly by you, okay? But they're always communicating to you. Sometimes the loudest when you're the saddest, because they know that you need it. And they know it, okay? And if you're sad from this moment on, and things are not going well, even if you can't hear them, knowing that you're not alone, opens up a door to them that lets them guide you better. Because even though you may not hearing them as well at this moment, or they're fragmented at best, you can still know that they are there, okay? And it gives you a lot more choices. See, it puts you up above the clouds right here. Look at all this vastness, all this cloud, okay? You have it here, you have it here. There's a lot of airy, beautiful energy coming in with this, okay? The Seven of Cups is usually about too many choices and being in the air. But I feel that there's a lot of potential here. I feel a lot of choices that you can make as you go. It's like picking and choosing whatever you want. All right, so at the heart of it, it's all about love. It's all about celebrating the moments that touch your heart, that make you happy. And if you look at this, it's about the mind and the heart coming together for that, okay? The heart is guiding the mind, reminding you, hey, you know, the heart goes, I feel good, and the mind goes, hey, remember, you feel good, right? Celebrate that. They're coming together to give you guidance in that area, in that form. So you went from the small to the much bigger, such positive growth. In that you brought in strength. It's made you strong. It's made you see that the hard times, the cold times are actually a huge opportunity to see the magic in the cosmos and the stars. I've done this. I've stood quietly in a cold night and looked up at the night sky and felt small, as in the way of I was just not small, but the things that bothered me were small compared to the vastness and the beauty of the world surrounding me. You know, that I was just a dot in a very vast, I don't know, gathering of a lot of things together. You know, part of a whole. Not that made me feel small and alone, but part of a whole of something bigger. And that's the way you have to see it, okay? That's what the hermit is. To have that inner wisdom, that light of knowing, okay? And that's going to open up your choices. That's going to give you much more choices to pick from. So, from small to contemplating the far and wide, okay? From the four, holding on to everything, to looking at the wall of China and how far that goes, okay? And then connecting to your guides for more choices. It's all something that will help you move forward. So, how do you dispel sadness? By seeing just how hard you've worked. By taking a rest. By figuring it out. Okay? By knowing that you are definitely on the right path, in the right movement, in the right direction. All right, my beautiful ones. So, what do we do today? Why don't you just write, I will celebrate my wins. That's, take a moment to celebrate, big or small, anything that you've done lately, in the last 6 months, in the last 5 years. I want you to write them down. I want you to acknowledge that they exist, and then enjoy that feeling, that energetic high. You deserve it. All right, so that's it for today. I'm going to come back tomorrow. We're going to talk about your past, of course. I do 2 readings a day. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. Everything I offer is in the description box in case you're interested. And I'm sending you love, light, and blessings. Bye for now.